If I die in forest again, I'm just going to conclude that it's not my night. You know, like this, everyone knows the Sunday scaries, right? Where you're like, oh my gosh, I have to work tomorrow. I feel like I don't really get that as much as I do get the like Saturday, like, damn, it's already halfway over. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm getting that a little bit right now. By the time it's Sunday, I'm already like fine with it. I've accepted it. But like, it's Saturday night where I'm just kind of like, oh man. Even if I'm in the middle of doing something, I'll be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe the weekend's already mostly over. I'll have like literally an entire next day in front of me. What does this mean? Therapist chat, what does that mean? Ah. Oh, is this? No, it's not A+. I did that remembering that I said that if I died one more time, I had to conclude that it's not my night, and then you know, that is actually like unnecessarily risky. Not that it's all that bad, but still. They should make a version of the game where it doesn't always start out in forest, but it actually, like, you know, you just randomly sometimes will start in, you know, like hospital or rapture or something. You know? That way I don't always have to start at the easiest part of the game that I play all the time. Sometimes maybe it just throws me in. It's like, whoa, Cotton Alley right away. SMB rando, yeah, it does exist. That does exist, but they should make it official. That should have been the way the game works. For me specifically, because of this. The rando is fine. It just puts random levels in there, in wherever you're at, which is fun. Doesn't work on Linux though, so what's the point? Sometimes when I do this, I'm reminded of at Calithon 2019. I was practicing and I did this, and I was doing a few things like a little bit slowly. I think I like stopped right here and did this. And so I was like, oh man, come on, you could have made that. And I was like, oh, well, it's just like an auto scroller because it doesn't matter. And they're like, oh, okay. And that pops up in my mind all the time. that I do it slowly. And I wonder if anybody, when they're watching it for the first time, ever thinks that. I hope so. Speaking of cream soda, aka the name of this level, I feel like the older I get, the more cream soda tastes nasty to me. When I was a kid, I really liked cream soda, and now I drink it and I'm like, this is just vile. This is disgusting. Root beer, I have been able to, you know, I can respect root beer. Any of them, you know, a good mug. Hell yeah. Cream soda, get that shit out of my face. Oh my god. Like, it just tastes like you're drinking a can of sugar. And you might say, I don't think that has to do with getting older. But I think it does. I think that, like, I'm thinking about when I was a kid, the adults weren't drinking cream soda. I think that, I guess what I'm saying is, my theory is that cream soda is quite possibly the most child-pilled soda in the world. I don't think that there's another soda where I just, like... I think that if you drink it, you're probably around age 10 to 12, you know, than cream soda. But maybe there's like real cream soda heads out there who are just like, no, it's because you're drinking the bad stuff. You got to get on, you know, your local soda maker's cream soda, you know? Just don't know enough about the cream soda scene. And you know what? They'd be right, I don't. Could be out there. Go. Something that I find, oh gosh. Something that I do every few months is I'll be like, I need to like put my phone on the other side of the room before I go to bed. And then I start doing that and I start falling asleep within 5 minutes and then like getting much better sleep instead of like scrolling my phone and like doing whatever. And I'll do it for like 2 months and then I'll stop. And then like 6 months later, I'll do it again and then wonder why I even stopped doing it. Anyways, I've been making sure that my phone's on the other side of the room when I go to sleep, and I've been getting fantastic sleep. And it's really crazy how it really is that easy. In fairness, think about I probably would have been fine there, but I just wasn't confident that I auto jumped there, so unlike that one where I was very confident. I watched that, what's his name, Eddie Burback something, did a video where like he didn't have a phone for like a week or so. I thought that was cool. Not that I would ever do that, but I always think the idea is cool. My phone, I forgot to charge it last night though, even though I put it on the other side of the room because there's no charger there. So I almost lived that lifestyle today because my phone was at like 10%. So I didn't use my phone like at all. And I was away from the house from like 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And let me tell you, probably made no difference in my enjoyment of the day. I do think that video does like point to some things where I do think that people use like, you know, smartphones as a crutch too much, blah, 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 blah. But I do think that people also tend to find happiness when they decide to make a decision versus what the decision that they made actually is. Because I don't actually think that like getting rid of your phone would do anything. Like your cell phone, I guess, and just using like a dumb phone or something. Or not having a cell phone at all. Unless you legitimately just like don't have any self-control and will just be on social media all day, which, hey, that's understandable, relatable. But like, I need my cell phone. What if I'm having a conversation with somebody and then I'm like, wait, who was that actress from that one movie? And then I look it up and I'm like, oh, that's right, it's them. You know, what am I supposed to do? Have the conversation and just not know who it was? No. The hell? Like, imagine living your life like that. Not looking up the actress in a movie. Not that you're watching it actively right there, but you're just talking about it. Or like looking up what that movie is that you're thinking of. Because I'm a very forgetful person. I don't remember names. Nice. Okay. I went past it super quick because I'm basically speedrunning the first part of this because I've been in it too many times today. But I actually kind of do just want to take that thing and then just get it printed on a t-shirt. I feel like it just looks kind of sick. Just straight up copyright infringement, putting it on a shirt. How many people do you think have that one shirt that's like has a Mickey Mouse redrawing and being like, copyright infringement is intended, I will pay all charges? What does it say on it? Let me see here. Mickey Mouse copyright t-shirt. Oh, it says not licensed by the Walt Disney Company. I'm Mickey Mouse and I smell like rotten eggs. Haha. This is not a parody. We committed copyright infringement and want to be sued by Disney. We pay all court fees and tribunal fees. That is so sick. And people actually have that. I know it's like an ironic shirt in the sense of like, you know, it's the t-shirt bots that would take whatever viral image from Twitter and put it on a t-shirt, but gotta have people out there with that shirt, right? Should have been me. I should be one of those people. And said, look at me, I'm here with just a plain white tee. Out here like I'm missing Delilah or something, you know what I mean? I haven't been to New York City, so I am constantly wondering what it's like in New York City. So like, you know, a lot of similarities actually. You think that like in the 70s, having the name Eileen, it was like as destructive as like, maybe destructive's not the right word, annoying as being named Delilah when that song came out? Were people always saying, come on, Eileen? I feel like I don't know because who names their kid Eileen these days? I don't know if even people did that. Oh, to be alive in the 70s and know the answer to that. Where my old ass chatters at? Answer it for me. Gotta have at least one person in here who's like 60, you know what I mean? Just kidding, I think the odds of that are pretty low. Let's go. I remember to switch character right away. Okay, this is a so far a good run because I haven't made any mistakes, I don't think, where I had to change characters on a mistake. The haters are seething right now. Okay. I'm just moving along in this. Do. E. That shred is so sick. I feel like I take it for granted sometimes, but like it really is so awesome. It works because when you do a jump in like a midair jump with Joseph, you completely reset your speed. So like when you're going up the conveyor, you actually have like pretty much a greater speed. Well, I guess it depends, right? But you have like probably an inconsistent speed. So it makes it really difficult to go through the center there. But with Joseph, when you, and probably other characters with a similar midair jump height, but Joseph works really well because when you do that midair jump, it just resets your speed to always the same amount. So as long as you're like in a pretty wide gap above that conveyor, once you go off of it, you just jump and hold left. It is kind of sick. I'm a divine creationist, but only when it comes to like wild speed strats that just work out perfectly because of like very minute details in like game design and character design, you know what I mean? I can't accept that it's a coincidence. It's got to be on purpose. Plus, if like Meat Boy came from Ogmo, like why is there still Ogmo, you know? Cool. Okay, almost out of Salt Factory again. Feeling a little bit better about my early game stuff. It's good to get some early game practice in, I guess, is the like glass half full way of thinking about it. And I do need to practice Hell. Hell's we're pretty consistent, but not if you haven't practiced it at all. I should do some Hell and then Dark Hospital practice. Oh, whoops, wrong level. Realizing that I don't think that I have gotten to Nyjah at all today. I think Hex was the furthest I got. I keep messing that level up just like a tiny bit, and it's fine, but I'm gonna die on it one day if I keep this up. I need to simply do it correctly, focus a little bit more. That's really what has been killing me consistently on this chapter anyways. Thank you, Eyeball, for disappearing. I probably should have, like... I probably should have gone out of it, but since I didn't pause and replay the level there to make sure the death doesn't happen, again, the YouTube commenters can't be haters. The made-up people in my brain. Okay, I probably would have still been fine there, but being safe. There's a chance that the lava ball I would have jumped into it, but I don't think so. Okay. I threw myself off there. I'm still not used to unlocking Nyjah on that level, even though I know that's when I unlock Nyjah. Cool. I'm trying to remember if this is actually the first... No, I had that level where I, like, just straight didn't die. That was on the first run. That's right, and then I haven't since. So I guess it's technically not the furthest I've gotten, but... I don't remember where I died. Might have been this level. I thought this was the level after this. I was doing this level in my head. In my head, yeah. Zombie. I can get in there with just one block removed. It's just, I don't know. Ogmo's hitbox is actually really small. I really hate how consistent it is when you enter that with Ogmo, that eyeball is gone. Maybe I should just spend 5 minutes of doing this level with Ogmo. Maybe getting out up here. It's gotta be easy, right? I just gotta double jump into that and then jump to the side, but I don't know. My fear is that Ogmo will end up being really low to the ground or being really low, and instead of going, hitting the other wall and sliding up and going to that, instead I'll die. Probably one of the smarter things that I've ever done, not doing a strat when I haven't practiced. I have not been able to get this. What's supposed to happen is you're supposed to like very smoothly on it go in and not clip down, but I think I'm just like canceling my auto jump a little early. And what I did on the previous attempt was I had way too big of a jump. You're supposed to do like a tiny little hop line, like to time it. I did a big old jump and so I was gonna die. Oh, we saved it. Okay, cool. Folks, we made it. They said it wouldn't happen. They said, Shredberg, you're washed. You're never making it to Light Rapture ever again. You are hard stuck in light hell. It's never happening, but we proved them wrong tonight. All right, time to walk in. Kid time.
Chapter complete. Oh my god.
Weather guy. You on your
This is
computer?
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where they all come from.
3 hours in.
God. Yeah, they all love me.
I'm on my computer, Shredberg.
That is so sick. It actually almost, I don't think anyone, no, somebody was on their phone. That's crazy. People really do not be on their phone. That's wild. Anyway, it's nice to see you, weather guy. Hope you're doing well. Hope your Saturday is terrific. How's runs going? This is the first one into Light Rapture, so not very good, but I mean, we got to run right now, so all that matters. You're on your phone? That's right. You're like the only one that were on your phone. That's crazy. Saturdays are for the boys. That's right. The meat boys, though. No, you that shouldn't be correct. It should be great for runs. Saturdays are for the meat boys, you know? It's not adding up. Okay. I actually really do enjoy this style of Meat Boy level where there is literally nothing in the level that's particularly difficult, but it's also like a minute long. This 720, 720X, 63X. Like the level right before it does have something hard in it, you know? Even though it's long. It's not like 719X where, you know, it's kind of long, but there's one part that can be tough, you know? It's very beatable casually without learning. Yeah, it's just a get good level. There's literally nothing that is hard about it. It's just long. I mean, the game is hard, but... I need to start doing this with Nyjah. I need to change characters right here anyways. I am so... Okay. Oh, what time is it? I'm confused what happened there because I just pressed the pause button once. I just pressed it once and I should have jumped instead of pause, but I'm confused how I unpaused. I don't know how that happened. Maybe I did this. Anyways, what do I do now? 10 o'clock. Nyjah's a butt, I know. We're gonna keep going. One death is nothing. I got 2 more to play with. It is really annoying how literally 1 death today has been what I would say is like on a difficult level. 1. Whatever. I need more of those long levels that don't have anything hard in it. Yeah, no biggie. We didn't want a PB today, or get the, you know, the run today anyways. Defeat and save the ninth dimension. True. Facts, facts, facts. Alright, we're just gonna get a 2-death run here is really what we're gonna do. I am kind of playing stupid. I should probably like do the normal strats that I do in Deathless things and not speedier stuff. Granted though. I don't know how that said that I didn't touch that bandage. Not that I actually touched it, but I was so close to that. That's actually a little bit scary. That was one where I knew I was fine, but I didn't know that well that I was fine. Oh my gosh, what the fuck? Wait here. Bronny tied Jordan's rookie amount of threes. That's crazy. How? He played like so few games. That actually, like, how is that actually possible? I know what the actual answer is. You know, they didn't used to shoot threes. They were stupid back in the 80s. They made 9. This is something that I think I've said it before, and I think on Twitch I'll probably get a better reaction than most people agreeing that it's kind of stupid when I say it in real life. I legitimately think that if you take like people who play video games and ask them like what their strategies are in certain things, like when you played video games as a kid, like, you know, in NBA games, you would take so many threes. Most of your shots would be threes, which makes sense, right? Because threes are worth more than twos. It's pretty much the only logic behind it. And then it took them forever to like realize that in terms of like NBA actual analytics. Yeah, going for 4th down instead of like punting it every single time in the NFL. Like, no, but everybody going for it on 4th. Like in video games, they do it way too extreme. Same with 3-pointers as well. But, those are like kind of obvious strategies. Same thing with like baseball games. Swing and try to hit a home run every single time, because home run automatically means a run. Obviously, you'll take a hit, but you don't just want singles. You want, home runs, doubles, triples. It's crazy it took them that long in baseball to be like, oh, we actually want you to start hitting home runs more. We don't necessarily care, actually, if you get out. We just want a home run. Whoa. But to get to my point, I think that if you put people, like gamers, in charge of things, I think that they might figure out some strategies way earlier than other people. Maybe not the gamer itself is in charge of the strategy, but at least look to see what they're doing, And then you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. No, wait, maybe taking more threes is good. You know what I mean? I don't actually, well, I do kind of think that, but I recognize that it's probably my worst take. At a 4-point line, so true. What's up, Aqua Killer? A 4-point line would actually be disgusting. I would actually hate that. I am fine, kind of, if the half-court line is worth 4 points, but... is simple, nebulous, and more variables. Yeah, no, you're exactly correct, Weather Guy. But for whatever reason, they didn't like it. It's so funny, because do you want to know why people thought that longer twos were fine? Is they did it based off of the idea of efficiency in terms of percent chance of scoring each possession was the sort of idea behind the analytics, instead of maximizing your points per possession, which is so stupid to not do it that way. 5, I respect that. Do you know how few times that's happened where somebody has made a 3 behind their own 3-point line? It would kind of make like but actually I guess it would be, come on. Okay, we fixed it. I learned how to fix it. And make the mid-range jumpers too. I legitimately, I've said this before, they just need to move the 3-point line back. That's all they need to do. I have no problem with 3-pointers, and I think that we have more shooters than ever. It's fine. I just don't want to see like centers who actually aren't that good of shooters take 3-pointers. Like, we have guys like Nikola Vucevic taking like 6 or 7 3-pointers a game. It's like, oh my god, dude, Nikola Vucevic should not be shooting threes. That's like, that just shouldn't happen. I don't want that. Who wants to watch Nikola Vucevic shoot threes? Like, this is my argument to the people who like, no, there's nothing wrong with the amount of 3-pointers, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you're wanting to watch fucking Vucevic shoot 7 3-pointers? That, like, come on. Come on. Nobody wants to watch that. Be honest with me, and most of all yourself. It doesn't need to be moved that far back. I just think the problem is that there's too many players who really shouldn't be shooting at anywhere close to a volume that is notable of threes. Like, there's just too many players that do that. When? Well, technically I tied PB on Monday, so not long ago. And then the most recent's going to be this one. Okay. I checked that because I thought I might have done a stupid thing where you can technically, like, you hit the button and then it triggers the cutscene, but you can still jump and jump into the saw. I thought I might have done that. Kind of pisses me off that that run didn't PB, that I died on the second to last level. Last level before the final boss. Other than that, it was like the end of January. Whoops. And then I like took a break on accident. I maybe did like a day or two of runs after that. Okay, I could have turned around there, but actually I hate doing reaction stuff out of a pause. I'm much better doing it live. Cool. It's not that like the rest of this is free or anything or easy. It is that those are like the hardest, the first 10. Man, oh man. Okay, I mean, this one would have been fine if I don't exit, but I just also, same kind of thing. Stopping this because I'd never do the beginning of the level like that. I don't know what I was thinking. What? Okay. Fine. What the fuck? I'm just doing levels wrong now. What the hell is happening? Thank you. Oh my gosh, uh-oh. There we go. I did an extra jump there. What the fuck? Man, this level is so interesting because, like, I tell people all the time if they ask for advice that just like the only way that you can really do it is get good. And I stand by that, but I always say that I feel as though I'm good at it because I'm pretty good at managing my height on the orb. Like I can readjust and make myself flat or What's important for this whole story is, you know, give myself some bounce again. I just could not build that bounce no matter what I did there. Okay. Cool. Hide with my PB pace. Start cotton time. This has a similar vibe to the first 10 levels have a similar vibe a little bit to Light Cotton, although I feel like Dark Cotton deaths are a little bit more predictable. I'm almost certain that I go to the part below that. I just don't trust it. I want to do the wall jump off of it. I just hate doing this level in anything other than the way that I do it normally. I don't know what it is about this level, despite being pretty straightforward. If I'm ever doing it different than my practice strat, it makes a death like 10 times more likely. Fuck that level. Halfway. I love how it's not halfway in terms of time though, because there's so many auto scrollers in the second half of Dark Cotton that it is mind numbing. Oh, that didn't do it that time. I was wrong. I apologize. Maybe I don't know this song as much as I thought. I'm just too much of a hater. I was actually a little bit late on jumping at the beginning, and I was like, that could affect me. And if you look, that actually was kind of close. It wasn't that bad, like I knew I was safe, but I accidentally didn't do a full jump there. I don't know what happened. I hate doing this level when I come in from the map and I almost missed the key, so I'm very glad that I did get it. That was also a really good wrangling. Blasted him in nice and quick. Ah, that sucks. Whatever. Kind of maybe overreacted there, but basically I didn't like how I was in the groove and then I messed up, and so I had to like slow down completely and wait a cycle. Cool. Deathless Cotton Alley. Easy. Oh, I didn't get a plus here. 55. That's right. That's so stupid. I'm such an idiot. Just designed to kill deathless runs. I mean, the thing with, there's some really hard levels in that casually. The thing about them are they're much easier when you know what to do. And that's why they'll be like, I don't know. There's a ton of difficult levels, but I'm with you. Like that one level, is it 7 or 8? It's 8, right? 7, 8 in line or whatever it's called. Yeah, the level's not really difficult as much as it is like, come on, a run killer. One X is pretty hard though. Sometimes I'll see people where they're like routing out their dark cotton with like, you know, hardest to easiest kind of thing, where they're like exiting to map every level when they're going for the deathless achievements, and they'll have one of those like in the second half, and I'm like, dog, no way is that one of the like easier halves of levels in that chapter. I just cannot believe that. Hard to get first try. The conveyor one is not too bad when you get used to it. 7, yeah. 8, yeah. 7 is also not too bad when you get used to it, but you have to get really used to it, I think, in order to like feel comfortable without dying. But that's one where like if I die on it, I'm not like, how the hell did that happen? But I mean, when do I ever die on it? You know what I mean? But there's also, I think it's 7.5x. That level is just a run killer because okay, I was actually gonna reset if I didn't get it there, because I feel like I was maybe a little bit off rhythm. I didn't like how I had it set up. Ah, hate when it does that. Okay. This is the second time tonight that I have died because I simply did not press the jump button. And I don't mean that I didn't press down. I mean that I like missed the jump button. I think the second time I didn't miss the jump button, but it was the dash button that I had missed. But strange. That to me signals that I'm tired. You know what I mean? And that's, I think there's no other explanation for those deaths. Well, we got our 2 deaths out of the way though. Past midnight, that's correct. My computer's time's wrong. It says it's 10:22. No, just kidding. But those just were even happening for me at like 7 o'clock, 7:30. Oh my gosh, I should be fine. Watch out for this. Yeah, I'll be fine. I always hate doing that because while I'm always pretty confident that no, there's no way that that saw is going to hit me there, I'll be safe. And, you know, like I was there. There's always like a chance in my head that I'm wrong. I always feel a little scared. Everything in this game is scary. I mean, honestly, like legitimately, yeah. It is the reason why I just maintained that like this challenge is actually, obviously it seems really difficult, but it's probably harder than you'd think, simply because there's really very few levels that are like inherently just really safe. Okay, I absolutely can do the rest of this game deathless. So, like, I can PB and I'm really going to try for it. But, I mean, it's 4 chapters, so, you know, you never know. And plus, like, God. A rusty-ish, I wouldn't say that I'm rusty on Dark Salt, because I did practice it a little bit, but not like a not fully confident Dark Salts can be really weird. Oh, yeah, for sure. Drink that water. I actually probably should get some water. Oh, I didn't get Glitch Girl. I was like, oh, thinking I'm out of this, but I don't think I am. Glitch level's pretty easy though. This grind's a lot better in Deathless than on speedruns, because man, oh man, that is like the worst grind because it's so slow. Oh gosh. No. 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 Nope. I don't know what happened there. I do know what happened there is I meant to land not on that platform, but instead down on the ground beneath it so that I could slide up. Dude, I'm just messing this up. I need to practice this. I meant to do this. There we go. Okay. 1 death. I really think Dark Hell is the most interesting chapter in this whole thing because it is, in theory, I think, as difficult as Dark Rapture in a lot of ways, except for the fact that Nyjah helps you skip like 6 levels pretty much completely. I guess this is the chapter that is most assisted by guest characters. This level went from like probably like a 95%er to like a 98, 99%er with the Commander Video strat. Thank you, Hemiak, or whoever it was who gave me that strat. That one is sick. And thank you, me, for coming up with this one. I haven't actually explained it since I came back to grinding this, but I've like almost got it. My grinds have been so good. But if you see the warp zone at the bottom left side, you know, difficult to get because it's in between those saw blades. But there's a thing where if you get Glitch Girl on the same level as a Warp Zone, you don't have to, because normally you beat the level once to get the A+, and then you play it again and you get the Warp Zone. And so, but if you get Glitch Girl on the same level, you actually don't need to get the Warp Zone to get access to the Warp Zone. So instead, just grind for Glitch Girl on it by switching character a bunch. Wait for Glitch Girl to pop up, beat the glitch level, and then on the map it brings you over the space of the Warp Zone tile. The thing is because you didn't unlock the Warp Zone, if you move off of it, you do have to get it normally. And I have made that mistake in speedruns before. Not in this. But yeah, it's really nice because there's like no way I can get a consistency above like, I don't know, even like 90%. It's so late in the run. You could do it really early, honestly, because you get commander like if you didn't do it. Or if this didn't work right, you would just do it like ASAP. Not too far in the run, but did it accidentally? Nice. Over-adjusted massively. But yeah, in speedruns it saves you time because you don't have to play the level twice, right? And so like the one in Rapture being the biggest time save, that one's like a 20-second time save basically. Cool. Missed the jump button again. Third time today. Such a weird mistake. Funny enough though, in speedruns, okay, kind of lucky there that I didn't die, but normally if you're just holding, whoops. Oops. Now I've forgotten how to do this. There we go. Okay, in fairness, this is exactly how that run on Monday felt. A lot of stupidity. That previous level was my first death on Monday, by the way. Practiced it for like 5 minutes off stream too, and now I feel very, very confident in it. Okay. Okay. Cool. 3 splits to go. We can do this. Dark Salts is a pretty, like... Again, it's a weird one. But it's not that hard. It's just weird. I don't know how to explain it other than that. It's basically a chapter where if you're not like fully in sync and confident, it just can like random things can happen. It might just be the like a world where you need to like react the most. All right. Cool. This is the second hardest part of the chapter. I had a death in here the other night too, and it was on 320X, which random ass death. I did not practice that level afterwards, but well, I guess I kind of did. I did some Dark Salt stuff. Okay. Okay, now we got the hardest part of the chapter. That Ogmo strat is free, by the way. It's actually really easy. It is really easy. It is actually the easiest thing in the world. I think a lot of people assume that there's some sort of complexity to it, but there's not. Right at home, it's actually as easy as it looks. Just don't jump right away. Wait until you touch the ground, which is not very long. Where's my clip? Dude, I keep doing this where I am messing up my... Actually, I'm not entirely sure what's happening. Oof. Where's my clip? Oh, fucking A, dude. Nyjah shenanigans? Dude, it's conspiring against me. Okay. Guys, what's up, Slaughter? Yeah, free first try. Never in doubt. It's funny on the P level. You probably know which one I'm talking about. I actually am no longer doing the clip because whenever that would happen, there would be a chance that like I just react strangely and I accidentally don't pause or something and it's really easy to die. I was never really in danger. Yeah, on that one, yeah. It scared me when I was jumping wrong, though. Oh my god, that has to be the worst level to get a pop-up in. What is happening? What? Thank you. Anyways, this is the P level. I no longer do the Nyjah clip here. It's called the P level because it's yellow, like, oh no. I would have been fine there, I think, but... An overshoot. Yeah, there's just like... what I find is if I get it right away, there's like no concern. If I am doing it and it's like my 5th try or so, I just get a little bit like... Okay, I don't like that I have to do this again. I probably could have reacted through it because that hallway is actually really easy, but easier when you just don't worry about it. Let's double check here. Yeah. Okay, 2 splits to go. I almost, after I died in Light Rapture, I almost ended stream. Or like played something casually on stream. So whether or not this PBs, I'm glad I didn't. Okay, I have to look something up really quick. Okay. For some reason, a name popped up in my head, Patrick Bed Davis. And I was like, who the fuck is that? And he's some like right-wing podcaster. But for some reason, the name was in my head, so I had to figure out who it was. Thanks for following me on this journey. Fuck that dude, by the way. Sam Cedar was on like his podcasts, which was probably the worst thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. Was that it was really annoying. But for some reason I was like, is that an actor? Wasn't an actor. Who is Sam Cedar? He's like a left-wing like talk show, like talk radio, but now like basically online live stream host. The A plus on that is honestly extremely tight. Three levels and Glitch Girl. Okay. I would love if Glitch Girl is here, because this is... Whoops. Gotta be a little bit careful. I didn't know where that red guy was going to be because I was so slow. That level is really... Let me double check. Yeah. Okay, we'll have, what, 7, 8 levels to go? What, 6 levels plus a boss, 7 plus this, so 8 levels to go. This reminds me of the cover song that I created, speaking of Calvin Harris, like 2 runs ago. But my parody of I Found Love in a Hopeless Place, but instead is what was it? Got a gold on a hopeless pace. That's the speedrun parody version. And this run is kind of like that, you know. I found gold here on what I assumed was a hopeless pace. Wow. What a thing of beauty. All right, still got to lock in. Nothing is free in this chapter. And I'm not just saying that in like the, you know, like always be on like cautious kind of thing. I like truly, these are difficult levels. That's a little bit stupid, but you know. Constant piecewise function. Fuck piecewise functions. I think we can all agree, fuck piecewise functions. If they wanted to be a function, just be true. Just be true across all, you know. I don't know how to say it right, but you know, all numbers, you know? I just realized you're taking linear algebra like that close to graduation. That's crazy. Why did they let you do that? I guess it is aerospace engineering, not real engineering. No, just kidding. Gatekeeping. Aerospace engineering out of engineering is fun. That's a good bit. I like that actually. Doesn't make any sense. And also because aerospace engineering is essentially mechanical engineering. Ooh. For completeness sake. Yeah, I get it. I understand. I mean, honestly, I actually, I'm gonna say something. I actually don't know if linear algebra was required for me for my major, but I took it, and I took it when I was at community college. It was a combined differential equations and linear algebra class. But realizing I don't actually know if I needed the linear algebra class. In fair, it made it way easier. I remember trying to help people with stuff, and I'd like put things into like matrices, and obviously you learn about matrices in other classes, but people just don't use them. Got your first ever V8? What the fuck? What kind? What kind of V8? Hot honey flip? The fuck? Dude, V8's got some good... Okay, the V8 has like an energy drink. It's only got like 60 milligrams of caffeine, not very much, but it actually kind of rules. It looks identical. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they have good mixes, I guess. I am so lucky there. Oh my god, dude. That's like... You know, remember last time where I really probably should not have died, but I did? That was the opposite. I deserve that a little bit. You know what I mean? My hands are actually sweaty a little bit right now. And it is messing me up. My fingertips are sweaty. Like, that's the worst part. Sweaty fingertips. I didn't know the fingertips had sweat glands in which to sweat, you know? Vomit on my sweater. It's mom's spaghetti. Oh my god, Buck. If I die here, I'm gonna cry on stream. Okay. I didn't even split going into this, so. Let's get out of there just in case and double check. Let's go. Let's go. New world record. We did it. Thank you, everybody who joined me on this adventure. An adventure we call Super Meat Boy 106 Deathless. I gotta post this to the social medias. Thank you everybody for the GGs and PBs. That's a good run. It's hard to. I don't like the Death and Light Rapture, but it's hard to get mad at anything else, and I probably deserve to have a death in Dark End. Found gold on a hopeless pace. So true. To the Twitters. I'm gonna post it on Blue Sky, but I also post it on Twitter just for the that still use that website. All right, post it on Blue Sky. Let's go. Huge reminder that I am on Blue Sky. You can follow me there, like my posts, share my posts. Comment on my post saying, no way, that's crazy. My thing isn't accurate. It's true. Never PB by too much, by the way. Never PB by too much. Never PP by too much either. Remember that.